If you're wondering if home prices are going to drop here in the Bay Area in 2024, then you may be in for a bit of a surprise. With interest rates expected to drop as well as more home buyers flooding into the market, I'm here to give you my 2024 housing market predictions based on the data. So tune in and let's take a look at the numbers. Hey Bay fam, thanks for tuning into my channel where I focus on helping you successfully navigate the East Bay housing market, as well as providing you with some information that'll help you make informed decisions. Before we get started, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and it also helps get this information out to other people and families who are considering moving here to the Bay Area. So there's 4 key metrics that I'm going to be walking you through that's going to give us insights to what the housing market is going to look like in the upcoming year. For the sake of this video, I'm only going to focus on Alameda County. However, what I'm going to show you today will work with majority of the counties here in the Bay Area. And you can just toggle down to the county that you want and follow along with this video. The first metric we're going to be checking out today is new listings. And you can get an idea of how many new listings are coming to the market by following along and checking out this chart right here. At the time of this recording here at the end of December, we finished with about 88 new listings that came to market, which is down 10% compared to last year. And if you go back to 2021 here, you'll see that we had a big decline. At the end of 2021, around this time, we had 156 new listings. We're only sitting at about 88 right now. So this is a big indicator highlighting the lack of inventory that we have here in the Bay Area. And that's why even though there may not be as many home buyers in the market right now due to interest rates being so high, home prices are actually still rising. The reason our home prices are still rising is because this is truly a supply and demand issue. And you can tell from this chart that new listings are actually down about 40% compared to 2 years ago. Listings and sales are always pretty low towards the end of the year due to people traveling, going to see their families for the holidays. But even if we look at here in July, for example, in 2021, we had about 460 new listings in Alameda County. And if we toggle down to that same time frame here in 2023, we only had about 258 new listings at that same time this year. And that's about a 43% decrease in new listings. Now we're going to move on to metric number 2, which is pending sales. And pending sales tells us how many homes are in contract but haven't yet sold. So if we check out our pending sales here in 2023, you'll see that we're down almost 15% compared to this time last year here in 2022. 2022, we finished with about 156 pending sales, and here in 2023, 133 pending sales. But check out pending sales here in 2021, which was an extremely hot market when homes were flying off the shelves in about 10 to 12 days. And you'll see even in that market, pending sales were down about 17%. So with that in mind, though the amount of listings have gone down since 2021, the amount of pending sales hasn't actually moved much since 2021. So in some ways, this might be considered an even tighter market compared to 2021, because though you might not be getting as many offers as you were getting on a listing, there's still more homes selling than there are new homes coming to the market. So the next metric that we're going to take a look at is median days on market, and this gives you some insight to how competitive a market is and how fast homes are selling. Now at the time of this recording, you'll see that homes sold in about 17 days here in Alameda County, which is down 10% compared to this time last year when homes were selling about 27 days. But this is an interesting chart that I wanted to take some time on. So I added 2020 here to give us a look at the true story and kind of the big picture of what's going on here. And you can see that the median days on market here in Alameda County was hovering about 25 to 30 days on market. And then see if you can spot where the Feds dropped interest rates overnight. And with interest rates being at an all-time low, you can see many people just started to nosedive into the market. And in about a month, you had median days on market go down from 30 days to about 13 days. So you had people jumping in, wanting to buy properties, and the entire Bay Area, matter of fact, probably about the entire country was in a frenzy. and the Bay Area bottomed out here at about 10 days on market. That's like the lowest that we've seen here in the Bay Area in 2020. And you can follow this line to get an idea of how fast homes were selling here in 2020 when rates were at its lowest point, right? We finished out the year in 2020 with about 11 days, 12 days on market. You jump to 2021, that whole entire year in 2021 stays pretty low, right? This is where you had to buy with no contingencies, and the favorite line for majority of listing agents was highest and best, right? You had to give your highest and best offer in order to win. And you'll see that here in 2021, even when it got higher here, we still finished the year with about 13, 14 days as the median days on market. And then you roll over into 2022 and it's still hot, right? The Fed started to raise rates and you didn't really see an incline into median days on market until about the back half of the year. And that's when the Feds got really aggressive with their interest rates around May. And you can see the median days on market start to climb from there, right? But it's only going back up to what was considered somewhat normal, right? So even 27 days where we finished off 2022 at, and you jump back into 2020, this was normal, right? We just weren't used to seeing that, right? So you jump back into 2023 now, we kick off the year, and you can see this is really slow, right? And it's really only 38 days. 39 days was the peak median days on market here. However, this seemed like no one was buying anything, right? Compared to what we were used to. Many Bay Area buyers kind of just froze because interest rates were so high. And then people got used to it. People got used to interest rates being very high, and it was kind of like, okay, this is the new normal. So as the springtime hits here in February, March-ish, you see that the days on market just fly back down, right? Everybody adjusted, and this is now the new normal. And we're now all year have seen a median days on market here in the Bay Area for about 12 to 15 days, right? And we finished the year out with homes selling a median of 17 days here in December. So the point of this is to show you that even with interest rates being higher than we've seen in 2020 and 2021, the median days on market here in 2023 is right in line with the two most competitive housing markets that we've seen in the Bay Area. So if you're waiting to get a good deal or a cheaper price, this 2024 market is not going to be soft from a price standpoint, because everything on market, as you see, is still selling in about 15 days, which is an indicator that this is a seller's market. Now, the last metric that we'll check out here is the median sales price, which is basically the middle number of what homes are selling for here in Alameda County. Remember that the median is the middle number, right? Homes can sell much higher. They can also sell much lower. So let's check out 2020 again to see kind of what our baseline of somewhat normal year was. And we finished the year at a median sales price of $908,000. And then you see here in 2021, which is going to be this orange line, that due to interest rates being at all-time low, right, home prices fly up. And you can see that sharp incline in home prices all of 2021. And then they taper down towards the end of the year, where once again, due to the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that, home prices start to somewhat drop a little bit. But we finished 2021 with a median home price of just over $1 million here in Alameda County. And then 2022 starts off, and those home prices are still high, right? For the most part, all of 2022 until you get to the back half of the year. And that's where the Feds once again in May got really aggressive with their interest rates and started to raise and hike up interest rates. And you can see now we start to get the fall in home prices that many people in the Bay Area were hoping to get. But you can see that that fall in home prices still just kind of put us back to normal, right? Actually higher than normal. We finished the year in Alameda County with median home price of $959,000. And then here at the start of 2023, the year started off sluggish, but once again, I believe that people kind of just realized, hey, this is the new normal. And then you had a pickup in demand due to pent up buyers that were sitting on the sideline for a long time kind of just jumped back into the market and said, hey, this is the new normal. So you see those home prices start to go right back up. So you can see from this chart here, we actually finished here in 2023 with a 10% growth in our home prices, right? So home prices actually ended up selling for more than they did in 2020, 2021, and 2022. You can see our median home prices here finished at just over $1 million as well. So if you're a buyer and you're sitting on the sidelines and you're waiting for that price drop to happen again here in the Bay Area, you may have missed your window. And based on the data, our lowest point here in the last 2 years was actually this year back in February. That was the mark based on the data. It looks like our median home price back in February was $888,000 compared to that same time in 2021. It was $905,000, and 2022 it was about $1 million. So based on what I'm seeing, there's really not a lot of metrics that show that we're going to have a decline in home prices. If you look at the metrics across the board from median days on market, price per square foot, median home price sales, new listings coming to market, all of these things indicate to me from the data that I'm seeing that home prices are only going to continue to go up here in the Bay Area. Now, you can still find good deals, and of course, there are always going to be some good deals in any type of market. However, the majority of the Bay Area as a whole is indicating that home prices are actually going to go up here in 2024. So if you have a home that you're thinking about selling, I think you're in a good spot. And if you're a buyer who's contemplating whether you should buy or whether you should keep renting, I think the right time to buy is when you find the perfect home that you love and you can actually afford it. So if you see the home out there and you're qualified for it and you can afford it, then I would go ahead and look at purchasing that home here in 2024, because for the foreseeable future, I believe home prices are going to continue to rise here in the Bay Area. And the question you really should be asking yourself is, how much is it costing you to wait? Now, if you like this video and you found any type of value in it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Share it with someone who may be looking to purchase here in the Bay Area here in 2024. And I'll be giving some updates at the end of each quarter throughout 2024 to see if I was actually on target with this prediction or if I was way off. Before you go, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen with the Bay Area housing market and prices here in 2024. Do you think prices are going to go up, or do you think they're going to decrease? I'm looking forward to seeing your comments, and until next time, take care.